for other species or subspecies suggested. See below. Homo, plus several extinct species classified as either ancestral to or closely related to modern humans. Most notably Homo erectus and Homo neanderthalensis. The genus emerged with the appearance of Homo habilis just over 2 million years ago. Homo, together with the genus Paranthropus, is probably sister to Australopithecus africanus, which itself had previously split from the lineage of Pan. The chimpanzees, Homo erectus, appeared about 2 million years ago and, in several early migrations, spread throughout Africa and Eurasia. It was likely the first human species to live in a hunter-gatherer society and to control fire. An adaptive and successful species, Homo erectus persisted for more than 1 million years and gradually diverged into new species by around 500,000 years ago. Homo sapiens, with possible late survival of hybrid species as late as 12,000 years ago. The Latin noun homo. Even today, the genus Homo has not been strictly defined, since the early human fossil record began to slowly emerge from the earth. The boundaries and definitions of the genus Homo have been poorly defined and constantly in flux. Because there was no reason to think it would ever have any additional members, Carl Linnaeus did not even bother to define Homo when he first created it for humans in the 18th century. The discovery of Neanderthal brought the first addition. The genus Homo was given its taxonomic name to suggest that its member species can be classified as human. And, over the decades of the 20th century, fossil finds of pre-human and early human species from late Miocene and early Pliocene times produced a rich mix for debating classifications. There is continuing debate on delineating Homo from Australopithecus, or, indeed, delineating Homo from Pan, as one body of scientists argues that the two species of chimpanzee should be classed with genus Homo rather than Pan. Even so, classifying the fossils of Homo coincides with evidence of competent human bipedalism in Homo habilis inherited from the earlier Australopithecus of more than 4 million years ago, as demonstrated by the Lutley footprints, and human tool culture having begun by 2.5 million years ago. From the late 19th to mid-20th centuries, a number of new taxonomic names including new generic names were proposed for early human fossils. Most have since been merged with Homo in recognition that Homo erectus was a single species with a large geographic spread of early migrations. Many such names are now dubbed as synonyms with Homo, including Pithecanthropus, Protanthropus, Sinanthropus, Siphonthropus, Africanthropus, Telanthropus, Atlanthropus, and Chidanthropus. Classifying the genus Homo into species and subspecies is subject to incomplete information and remains poorly done. This has led to using common names. Since the beginning of the Holocene, it is likely that Homo sapiens has been the only extant species of Homo. John Edward Graby designated as a tribe that comprised all species of early humans and pre-humans, ancestral to humans back to after the chimpanzee-human last common ancestor, and that hominina be designated a subtribe of hominini to include only the genus Homo. That is, not including the earlier upright walking hominins of the Pliocene such as Australopithecus, Odorantuganensis, Ardipithecus, or Sahelanthropus. Designations alternative to hominina existed, or were offered. Australopithecini proposed that the four genera Australopithecus, Ardipithecus, Prianthropus, and Sahelanthropus be grouped with Homo within hominini. Several species, including Australopithecus garhi, Australopithecus sediba, Australopithecus africanus, and Australopithecus afarensis, have been proposed as the ancestor or sister of the Homo lineage. These species have morphological features that align them with Homo, but there is no consensus as to which gave rise to Homo. Especially since the 2010s, the delineation of Homo in Australopithecus has become more contentious. Traditionally, the advent of Homo has been taken to coincide with the first use of stone tools, and thus by definition with the beginning of the Lower Paleolithic. But in 2010, evidence was presented that seems to attribute the use of stone tools to Australopithecus afarensis, around 3.3 million years ago, close to a million years before the first appearance of Homo. LD 352-1. A fossil mandible fragment dated to 2.8 Maya, discovered in 2013 in Afar, Ethiopia, was described as combining primitive traits seen in early Australopithecus with derived morphology observed in later Homo. Some authors would push the development of Homo close to or even past 3 Maya. Others have voiced doubt as to whether Homo habilis should be included in Homo, proposing an origin of Homo with Homo erectus at roughly 1.9 Maya instead. The most salient physiological development between the earlier Australopithecine species and Homo is the increase in endocrine